Hi, I'm Chris Rutherford with Architectural Salvage Warehouse of Detroit. We're here at the lumber warehouse. Our mission is to transform waste into opportunity, and we do that through deconstruction and building materials reuse. All of our lumber comes in here, and we try to get that back out into the community in new products or as is to be used in product for different homeowners and DIYers. We work with a lot of businesses that want to work with reclaimed materials. We help incubate those businesses to help build the reuse economy, increase sustainability, keep those materials out of the landfill. When we deconstruct a home, you can put as much as $2 million back into the local economy with those materials that we salvage and put back into use. The typical process is to demolish buildings, and there's 2 to 3 people just smashing the building with a machine and spraying with a fire hose, and they crunch all that up and throw it into the trash. What we do is systematically disassemble the building, saving as much as we possibly can, up to 80 to 90% of the structure, and all the materials inside come back to the warehouse, get processed, denailed, and get made ready for reuse. And so this is where we bring in all of the bulk items, whether it's kitchen cabinets, furnaces, doors, windows, all of the hardware. People will always come in and search through these bins to try to find a doorknob or a mortise set that matches their home. We did clean out at one of the old Detroit public schools, and in the basement they had the like the fallout shelter area. So they had these drums of that would have been used for drinking water and then for sanitation. And there was also the old canisters of crackers. Doors are one of the biggest items that people are looking for when they come to ASWD. I mentioned the Miracle doors before. Those get sold as soon as they come in usually, because people are looking to restore their home with a matching door, and that those doors are no longer made. Then we come into the mill shop. We're the main millwork contractor for the Detroit Foundation Hotel. We did a lot of great work all around the city in a variety of projects and properties. Got the CNC machine there that she's gonna run some stuff on in a bit. But when you have a home in Detroit that's been blighted, the main thing that you're gonna have left is the lumber. And so that's for really what we focused our business on, is the supply of reclaimed lumber that we have for those other businesses that work with reclaimed lumber, including the ones that we've incubated. The construction and demolition industry is one of the largest global contributors to landfills. And when we deconstruct, we keep that material out of the landfill. And it's a vast untapped resource that we hope to dramatically increase the amount of deconstructions that we do here locally and across the nation. We work with a variety of other similar organizations around the nation and try to promote this work and get as much of this material out of the landfill as we can. It's a huge resource that translates into a lot of environmental, economic, and social benefits. We have a partnership right now with Renewal by Andersen, and so every 2 weeks we go and we pick up a load of windows from them that they've removed from a house, or orders that they had that didn't work out. So that's been a really great partnership for the Community Uplift Program. So the reuse and upcycling of the materials is a big part of our sustainability story, and one of the main elements of our mission is to try to put low-cost building materials back into the hands of Detroiters, and also through our Community Uplift Program, no-cost materials. So we have families that are in need. We want to put those materials back to use in their homes. That's also going to sustain their communities, make their homes more efficient, keep them from getting on the demolition list. So it stabilizes communities, it stabilizes families, and makes sure that their biggest asset doesn't become a liability. So one of the things that we do is we work with local makers and designers and artists and architects that want to use the materials. And so we incubate some of those businesses. We work with them to try to find ways that they can produce efficiently those materials. Basically, any material that's purchased from here reduces the need for virgin resources. So whether it's instead of cutting down the rainforests in Brazil to make a dining room table can be made from the old growth lumber that once covered Michigan, was turned into a home, and is now on its second or third or even fourth life. For all of the other materials that come in, whether it's windows or doors, all of that stuff is going to reduce the demand on virgin materials and keep those materials out of the landfill. One of the important aspects of what we do is community stabilization. Our Community Uplift Program is our newest program, and it's been a great benefit to a number of families, and we hope to expand that to at least 200 families this coming year. And any families in need can apply and get the materials that they need. And anything that we have in the warehouse is available for them at no cost. And we have recently gotten into the urban wood salvage market, which is where when there's trees that are slated to come down, we will work with the homeowner or businesses or the city to slab them out, kiln dry them, and make them into new products or sell them. So Deconstruction employs, just on the deconstruction process itself, employs 8 to 1 over traditional demolition. We have all these guys coming in, physically disassembling the building rather than crunching it up and throwing it away. All of those wages are being circulated back into the local economy. Then we're bringing that material and processing it, getting it ready for resale. That's more wages that are being used in the local economy. Then those materials are resold locally. That $1 that goes into deconstruction gets multiplied over and over and over again, and all locally. So it's a really big economic multiplier. A lot of times, if someone wants to take a building that is at the end of its useful life and it needs to be gone, whether that's through deconstruction or demolition. If they choose deconstruction, they might get the entire cost of that process as a write-off for their taxes. Reclaimed materials can be much more difficult to work with than virgin materials, so people who want to use those materials have to know that going in and see the benefits of it, whether it's the inherent beauty of those products or knowing that they're not contributing to the landfill and the environmental issues that we have today. We get some really neat opportunities when the Cadillac stamping plant, which was originally Hudson Motor Company, we got to go in and salvage a number of materials from that. These were old machine pit covers, beautiful wood. You can see this wood here after you strip off all of the whatever was on it before. It comes out really nice. One of the things that's made us successful over the years is having a very broad revenue stream. So our mixture of deconstruction services, construction services, light manufacturing, wholesale lumber, retail, all of those things have helped to make us be able to sustain ourselves over the years with the ebbs and flows in the economy. And that's important, I think, for any business to be adaptable and transition to what's needed. Styles change, demand changes, so we always work on trying to we try to increase demand for products that we have, and we try to adapt and bring in more of the things that are in demand, and constantly trying to innovate and develop new processes. And so we see our mission of transforming waste into opportunity as a holistic thing, whether it's the materials, the people, or the planet. We're trying to make sure that we are saving those things and getting the best out of everything we can.